Hello everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the latest movie review from us here at Flick Direct, and for today's movie review, I'm here to talk about Saltburn. Saltburn is a new psychological black comedy thriller in which we follow an Oxford student named Oliver, portrayed by Barry Keoghan, who is interested, and he's, in a word, infatuated by another fellow student named Felix, portrayed by Jacob Elordi, and after a certain thing happens, he is invited by Felix to stay at his eccentric family's estate called Saltburn, and when he is there, let's just say he is in for a summer he will not forget. Saltburn was a movie that I was definitely very interested in, knowing how much I loved Emerald Fennell's last film, Promised Young Woman, which was in my top 3 favorite films of 2020, so of course I was in. And guys, oh my word, this movie is a ride, and it is a weird ride at that, but it is a ride that I really dug. The performances in Saltburn are all fantastic. Barry Keoghan I thought was terrific. Jacob Elordi I thought was brilliant as well. Rosamund Pike I thought was also terrific. Barry Keoghan is one of the stars of the show. The other star of the show, however, is Emerald Fennell's direction. Emerald Fennell directs the crap out of this movie, especially when it comes to the work that she does with Lena Sandgren, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, as the director of photography. This movie is not only so stunningly shot, but this is a movie that and seriously, I will be impressed if they did this. If this was a movie that during principal photography that they only used the light that was available to create these shots, that will be something that will blow my mind. And not to mention as well that the way that Emerald Fennell directs this film kind of felt like you're being put into almost a fever dream into a sense, and a very weird one at that. I mean, this is a very weird ride, and that is kind of an understatement. When it comes down to the writing is almost always sharp, and not to mention this movie is hilarious. There are so many moments in Saltburn that caught me off guard, especially due to the amount of black comments in this movie. There are certain points in this movie where, let's just say, this movie kind of goes places, and to some extent, I have to kind of respect that it actually goes to these places. As much as I enjoyed this ride, this is a ride that I think could have been such an even better trip. There are certain things that happen in this movie where legitimately I just kept thinking people are really going to be turned off by this scene. There are some certain sequences in this movie to which I understand the point which they were going for in terms of, let's say, character motivations, but there are certain bits where, in terms of how weird it gets, it's definitely not gonna be the type of ride that people are expecting. As much credit as I give them for going there, at the same time, there are these sequences which I really didn't think needed to be there. One part in particular, I was just thinking about this, maybe I could kind of go sick for a second. I'm not even kidding, I literally had my jaw dropped during this sequence. Saltburn does have a couple of parts where it does get a smidge predictable. Overall, Saltburn is a weird ride that's definitely not gonna be for everybody, but for me personally, it is a weird ride that I had a good time with. There are some sequences that I was just thinking like, holy crap, I cannot believe they went there, but at the same time, there are some parts that I just feel like they just didn't need to be in the film. But again, it is a ride, and it's a weird ride that I had a very good time with, but just a ride that may not be for everybody. I hope you enjoyed my review of Saltburn. If so, please hit that like button, also share, and don't forget the subscribe button and the notification bell for our latest movie review goes live. If you guys want to see our previous 2 movie reviews, please click on right there or right there, and of course until our next movie review goes live, we'll see you all next time. Hit like, smash subscribe, and get notified for when our reviews, interviews, and news go live.